So welcome everybody to the wrap-up meeting for the O-REU program at Texas A&M University, summer of 2020. Hard to believe how quickly the time passed. It's been a great time, and I thank you all for participating. So this will be hopefully a very short and fun meeting to wrap the program up, give you some last bits of information, and do some awards, and hopefully take some pictures also. So, without further ado, I wanted to begin once again, like I did last time, with acknowledgements. There were a lot of people who contributed to the success of this program, and a lot of institutions as well. I doubt that any of you have actually been tracking it, but this list actually got longer since I showed it to you at the beginning of the summer. So thank you to everybody, all the individuals, as well as all the institutions who made this program possible. It truly would have been impossible if we hadn't had all of these people and institutions participating. Now, as all of you know, you received exit surveys, both for the students as well as for the mentors. And I wanted to take just a moment to give you a little bit of an outbrief of what we found in those exit surveys. So I'm going to begin by telling you about the outcome of the student survey. And this is, of course, very valuable to us because, you know, we're thinking about the future. We're thinking about what aspects or elements out of this program we would like to continue and what aspects would we like to perhaps change. So I'll begin with the good side, the positives. So first of all, would you recommend O-REU to a friend? And 100% of the students said yes. So excellent. I'm very, very happy to hear that. Number two, did your project go well? This was a sliding scale where people could rate how well their projects went, and on average it was 80 out of 100, which again I think is very good. Right? In fact, I would like to have the corresponding sort of data for conventional REU programs, but based on some, I guess, circumstantial evidence, I would say that, you know, it appears that the productivity on this O-REU was actually much higher than it would be on a regular REU. So, you know, some things were obviously not possible, such as, you know, having social interactions. On the other hand, productivity went up. So that's great. Oops. 75% of you said that you were going to get a strong reference letter from your mentor. A whopping 60% said that you were in discussions about writing a paper based on this research. So amazing. 70% of you said you solved a technical problem. 80% said you were able to network. 85% said that O-REU informed your future plans. I view all of these things as great successes. A large number of you learned new skills, and by far the most commonly reported new skill was remote collaboration and productivity, which is perhaps not surprising. But I was also pleased to see that 70% of you thought that you had advanced in your programming and scripting, and then 60% reported for communication skills and high-performance computing, 50% for Linux and command line computing. So all very good. In fact, the very good part continues on the next page as well. We had good interactions with mentors, overwhelmingly positive. Primers on preparing presentations also came out well. There were a number of things that received mixed reviews. So the O-REU seminars overall were reviewed positively, but then about 20% of you thought that it was either not terribly relevant, something that you perhaps didn't participate in very often, or you had sort of critical comments, which is, of course, very good also, because those help us. Pre-recorded research updates, also mixed, right? So majority felt positively, but there was also a significant fraction who had some objections. Primers, tutorials, and happy hours, you know, similar situation. The things that were, you know, flagged as needing the most improvement is the availability of training. So 45% of you said that you would have liked to have access to more training. So we'll definitely look into that for future programs. And then, of course, and again, not surprisingly, there was an overall sentiment that it would have been nice to have more social interactions. Um, I am, of course, open to all input on how to achieve that in the remote format. We did receive some good input of grouping students into smaller subgroups, perhaps topical groups to work together, and that's something that we will definitely look into for next time. So much for what the students thought. We also sent a shorter exit survey to the mentors, and this is just a very brief summary. So things that were reviewed very positively. First of all, 100% of the mentors who responded said that they would be an O-REU mentor again if they had the opportunity. Overall, mentors were very pleased with student performance, including professionalism and motivation and interactions. So that part went really well. And interestingly, the average rating for how well the project went for mentors was 85 out of 100. So that I thought was kind of interesting. The mentors overall thought the projects went better than the students. So these students tend to be sometimes a little bit overly self-critical, and the mentors feel that you did better than you actually thought you did, even though I would say most of you thought you did quite well, which is true. There was also some feedback on improving access to training and computational resources. So, it's good to see that, sort of the positives and the negatives are overlapping in some of the areas, because that gives us some confidence. And of course, more social interactions needed. We're going to really have to scratch our heads on how to do that better when we do another installment of this program. The O-REU T-shirt is now available. So as of yesterday evening, we have a live link for anybody to go off and order an O-REU T-shirt. I did a little survey before to see if there would be sufficient interest, and it seems that there is. So hopefully once I send out the link, you'll all, those of you who have expressed interest will go ahead and get one for yourselves. I'll send out an email with this link. I will also post the link on Slack, so you can all click on it after this presentation is done and go order your T-shirt. We have a window of 1 week, so basically until next Friday, August 14th, you can order the T-shirt, and after that, basically all the T-shirts that were ordered are going to get printed and sent out to the people who ordered them. So if you plan to get one, please plan to do it within the next week. Now, later in this presentation, I will be presenting, I will be showing the winners of the O-REU Final Presentation Award. The winners of this award, in addition to receiving a certificate, will also receive a free T-shirt. Okay, so if you win an award today, you're getting a T-shirt. If you don't win an award today, it's okay, you can still have a T-shirt. All you have to do is go to this link. The T-shirt, I think, ends up costing $16 altogether. So, I think overall pretty affordable. So, all of you handed in your final presentations last Tuesday. And I just wanted to remind you real quick what's going to happen to those presentations. So unless you have opted out, or unless you opt out, your presentations will be made public on YouTube. So right now they are on YouTube as unlisted, which means that if you have the link, you can follow the link and see the presentation there. But if you are just somebody without a link, you can't go to YouTube and search for your presentation and find it that way. Once we make the presentations public, anybody will be able to go to YouTube and view your presentations. Okay, so that's the plan. I'm just, unless I hear otherwise from you that you want to opt out, I'm going to go onto YouTube and make all of those unlisted presentations public. So if you have already emailed me that you want to opt out, you're all set. There's nothing else you need to do. Your presentation will remain unlisted. For those of you who don't opt out, I think that the benefit is that this presentation is something that you can actually link in your CV. You can put it on your resume. It's a genuine bona fide achievement that you can list on your CV. And I think that it's actually a boon for any application that you have for people to be able to go and see you present. Right? So I think that that's overall a good thing. If you don't opt out of your presentation being made public, we will also link the presentation on YouTube to your profile on the O-REU website. So if you recall, the O-REU website has a list of all the students who participated. We will take that list and link your presentation to your profile. If your profile needs any updating, for example, if you want to post a different photo or if something is wrong and needs to be corrected, please email Isabel Cantu. She will correct it for you. So, and we can do that anytime. So please don't hesitate to ask for that. Okay, we're getting close to the moment we've all been waiting for, the O-REU Presentation Awards. So I wanted to just tell you very briefly how these awards are selected, how they were chosen. So everyone's presentation was viewed and scored by at least 3 judges. Everyone had at least 3 views and 3 scores, and the judges were chosen from among the O-REU mentors. No judge was asked to score his or her own O-REU students, so there's no conflict of interest here, right? So nobody's trying to favor you or disfavor you, okay? And I wanted to briefly just acknowledge all the judges that participated. I'm listing them here. We had a number of judges from Texas A&M, but we also had several from Los Alamos and from Sandia. I'm not going to read all of their names. You can see their names here. And I wanted to thank all of you because each one of these judges watched and scored 10 presentations. And if you do a little bit of math, you'll see that that's a time commitment of about 2 hours. So, not a small time commitment for each of these judges to carefully listen to all of the talks and provide scores. After I received the scores from the judges, I collated them. I figured out what the average scores were for each presentation, and then I assigned the top 6 scores as award winners. Okay. How did I choose 6? Well, there's almost 60 students, and so I figured 10%, can win awards, and that way the awards can still mean something. However, I have to say, and I know that this is a sort of might come across as a tired cliche, but it was absolutely true in this case, that it was very difficult to make very stark distinctions for the judges between all the presentations. I repeatedly received feedback from the judges that the presentations were all outstanding, that they were all super impressed by how well all the students put together their presentations, how well the projects had gone. So the margin between the top 6 who are going to get awards and the remainder of the presentation is actually not very wide, right? So I want to just emphasize that as far as I'm concerned, and as far as the judges are concerned, all of the presentations were extremely well prepared, and all of them are worthy of recognition. So, as I already mentioned, all the winners will receive a signed certificate mounted on a plaque and an O-REU T-shirt. So that will be your prize. Okay, so drum roll. And the winners are, in no particular order, right? So I'm not going to have any sort of particular alphabetical order or anything, but here they are, 6 winners. Krista Schoonover for her project, Competition Between Deprotonation and Nucleophilic Addition, Computational Insight into Siloketenes and Molecular Building Blocks. Congratulations, Krista. We can't all clap for you simultaneously, but so that I have this clap track. Yay! Okay, next. Advika Chesetti, Effective Collision Cascade on Nanoscale Cracks in Metals. Yay, okay. Next winner, Stuart Cater, application of optimal estimation methods to disease modeling. Congratulations, Dord. Taylor Rosen, effects of temperature-dependent coefficient of thermal expansion on thermal stress weathering and small asteroids. Hey, Taylor. Okay, and we're getting some feedback here. So if you're not intending to speak, please mute yourself. Got it. Okay.
You need to mute everybody, Michael.
Yep, I already did. But sometimes it doesn't work out. So next we have Brittany Fang, machine learning optimization for multifunctional materials design. Congratulations, Brittany. And as I mentioned before, in no particular order, so therefore last but not least, Nadia Zaragoza, simulating iron-chromium surface interactions to inform iron-chromium thin film growth parameters. Congratulations, Nadia. And just to reiterate, congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to all of the O-REUs. The presentations were all uniformly awesome, and choosing winners was very tough. So congratulations to everybody. You all did great. That's all I have for today. So the only thing that I have left for now is group photos. So if you...
Mike, can I say something?
Yes, go ahead.
So on behalf of all the mentors, I would like to thank you for your leadership and vision to organize this thing. It seemed like a tall order when, you pitched the idea and, it was like a few weeks from the start, the tentative start of the O-REU, and you made it happen extremely quickly and efficiently. And, I'm just amazed at how well the program went. This is an excellent example of innovation in when a crisis is all around us. So thank you very much, Mike.
I second that. I second.
Thank you, Raimundo.
Thank you, Michael.
Okay, so group photo time. If you're a student and you have a camera, go ahead and unmute your camera, and we will crop out a version of this from the recording that has as many of you as possible.
Can you see all the cameras at the same time, Mike?
I can on my screen, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and we have one or two still coming on, so I'm gonna wait for just a second. If you guys really wanna do something sort of, oh, Ulysses, but we're doing only students now, so you have to mute your camera.
Okay.
So if you're a mentor, mute your camera, and we're just gonna do students, and after that, we're gonna do mentors in a minute. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So now students can mute their cameras and mentors unmute your cameras. I wonder how many mentors actually showed up. I guess we're about to find out.
So Jody is here, myself.
Yeah.
I don't know who else.
David, Krista, Elaine, Adbika, mute your cameras.
I'm trying to figure out how to mute my camera.
Oh, okay.
This is Head Down from Public Health. Okay, maybe that works. That's something that works. Does that work?
I see you, HC. Let's see, Jare and Krista, I can still see you guys, and Adbika, I can see you too. So there should be on the bottom of your screen like a crossed out camera that you can press. Okay. All right. So mentors, mute your cameras, and we're just going to have the award winners. So if you won an award, unmute your camera, and everybody else mute for now.
Nothing happened. Okay, how do I do it? There we go.
Okay, so HC and Paul.
Yeah, I'm trying. This is not camera settings. Okay. No, it's not working. Sorry, I don't use. Okay, there we go. I got the icon.
Paul, can you mute your camera? You're muting your microphone, but you have to do the camera.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
What do you want me to do?
To mute your camera. There you go. Perfect. All right, excellent. And now everybody unmutes their camera, mentors and students. All right, excellent. Awesome. You guys all rock. This is going to be recorded and posted online, so feel free to look it up and check out the photos there. You can do a little screenshot for yourself. I really hope that one day I get to meet all of you in person. It's going to be awesome. And in the meantime, thank you all for this experience. Good luck to all of you in your careers, and gig 'em.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Michael.
If you have any questions about anything, feel free to contact me, send me an email. I will probably still pester you occasionally from time to time with odds and ends, but probably the emails will die down over the span of the next week or so. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate to get back in touch with me. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Bye, everyone.